Slow for me. Hold on 1 second. Copy. All right.
So you have something scheduled. It's showing that it's scheduled, but no, yeah. I know. I think you live. Yeah, you live, brother.
I'm live.
You live, good brother.
You live? Yeah. Let me see. Let me go here. Let me switch this here.
Live and direct.
Live and direct.
Live and direct, man. Listen, as you guys come in, I don't know if I'm talking to anybody.
Hey, bro. SS9 Vegeta.
That's my brother. That's my motherfucking brother, man.
This good brother's here first. Big ups to SS9.
Yeah, for sure.
Dark Lord Fusion.
That's my
Devil Look.
Hey, Dark Lord. So I'm sorry, I forgot yesterday. I'm gonna inbox you those videos in your inbox on Facebook. Join the channel. Those behind the scenes stuff. I just forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I got so motherfucking frustrated on that PlayStation. Listen, I may have talked a little too soon. They dog walked my ass yesterday on that battlefield, bro.
Hey Z, I told you the first time you jumped on there. I told my ponies. I said, go ahead, set your controllers down, and let Z get a W with the NPCs.
Man.
Then you got up on Twitter talking shit. I let them loose. I let them killers loose,
bro. They wasn't playing, bro. They took that shit personally. They straight knocked me out and talked about my dead mama. They said, and your daddy died from dehydration.
Oh, yeah, bro. They got like that whole shit.
Hey, bro, I ain't listen, let me say some real shit to fuck nigga. I ain't been that frustrated with a game in a long time. I'm blaming the moon, the stars, black Jesus, white Jesus. I'm blaming every damn body, bro. I just can't, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, real talk, right? Like this, and again, maybe because I'm using. This is a what you call a quote unquote Nikon controller, right? It's not an official product, but it's motherfucking $150, right? And because the knobs are like the place, like the Xbox. I just can't go on with it next to each other. But make a long story short, though, it was like when I'm aiming down scope. I don't know if it's the controller. I'm gonna try it with a regular controller, right? It's just like if I hold, you hold L to zoom in, right? Now say somebody run past it. It's like I have to really drag it over to put them back under the scope. When I got the delete, I just hold it, you know what I mean, and this or whatever, and this goes over easy. I don't know what they said something about the dead zones a little different on the PlayStation, and aiming is a little different also. You know what I mean?
Listen to this motherfucker, y'all. It's the knobs and shit.
Hey,
it's the knobs.
Hey, Z got a $500 Pro controller and get
man. He got the Nintendo glass.
Hey, yo, I'm like that motherfucker in the basketball. I got the headband, the goggles, the knee brace. I got the full basketball jersey, official ball and dog shit. That's me. Or I got the Gatorade bottle. I got the little fanny pack on me with all the motherfucking.
What you say? You got some Battlefield FUBUs and shit.
Yeah, I got. I'm in this motherfucking. Hey, y'all playing this bitch in army fatigues and shit, war paint all on my face. You know what I mean?
Hey, Z say he looking like something off a White Man Can't Jump.
For real. And this motherfucker stinking up the joint.
Oh man,
Z's
myself in the back, man. Like I said, as you guys come in,
PlayStation people, y'all keep giving him that work, man.
Hey, listen, man. As you guys come in, please hit the like button. I know some people just want. I ain't getting no notification that you going live. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Moss, if they come in and type something. Shout them out. But listen, I ain't gonna lie. Then I played the other day when what the fuck with me, Neff, and Moss. I was out there curb stomping shit, like 25-2 and shit. Like what the hell? Yesterday, shit, man. I don't know if they took off the Jewish holiday or what. They cracked my ass, bro.
Everybody was catching up on the boys and shit, so you was out there by yourself.
Yeah. That's that comic movie, right? With some superheroes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out tonight because I hear y'all talking about it.
Man, that's some good shit. Me personally, though, it's good, but it's really good. I'm really excited for Titans, though, man. These superhero shows, is, you know what I'm saying? They trying to come up. They trying to come up big time.
Yeah. The boys get as hell.
The boy, that shit. Hey, yo, Homelander, that's Phil, man. That's the real. I feel that's the comic book Phil Spencer, man. I ain't gonna spoil it for y'all, but yeah, you know, man, he make everybody think up front that he's about A, B, and C, but really about X, Y, Z. Y'all gotta watch the boys to understand that reference. You know what I mean?
Hold on 1 second. Let me put.
What's the topic?
Who just ran? Who just hopped in?
It's Trey. It's Trey.
I got I got a few things. Trump Blaze COD, Gears 5, Xbox One X, official console, Sega and Sony's Gamescom's announcement, and whatever else comes up between now and then. But do me a favor.
I'm gonna shout them out. Yeah, let me shout out. We got Devil
sitting,
Luke. Yeah. We got King Boo. We got Lay. Yo. What's up? Modus Operandi.
Shout out. Long time I don't see him. I haven't seen him in a minute.
I love that handle. Wounded Penguin.
We on Facebook or something?
No, we on YouTube, bro.
Oh, we on YouTube? Okay, hold on. Wrong one.
Philip Sin 22. Mega Dave O. What's up, Mega? He's Stevens. Hey, yo, Bang House, man. We gonna stop playing around, man. We supposed to connect and handle that business, man. Get back to your boys. Wraith World. Eon 88. Dark Lord Fusion. What's up, Glorious War? What's up? Crazy Horse. What up, fellas? SS9 Vegeta, of course. Who else we got in here? John Tuka Gam 3. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Paul G. What's up, Paul G? Let me see. I think I got Neverland. They got Neverland just popping out of nowhere with his pilots and Xbox One X's. You gonna sell them pilots and get the new Xbox One X, the Gears version? Who else we got here? Dark Link.
Gears is gonna have an Xbox One X now.
Dark Link 99, Dark Kink 999, and I think that's everybody. If I missed you, please let me. Oh no, Jake Bomb 101. My bad. Viewmaster 617. Black Ice 12. And now I think I got everybody in here so far. Can y'all do us a huge favor, man? Straight up, man. As y'all coming in right here and right now. Y'all the most loyal supporters. We love y'all to death. You know what I mean? Hit that like button as y'all come in, please. You know what I'm saying? We got about 100 people watching, and we only got like 3.5 likes and shit.
I got 3 likes and negative. I'm at -1 and 4 dislikes. We got here. Hold up, Hit
that like button, please.
I'm just putting the tags in. We got here. Anybody heard from Neff?
I don't know, man.
Neff
probably had a pizza accident and shit.
Yeah, he's somewhere making some pizza.
Nah, Neff in the relationship. Neff going steady right now on the low.
You talking about what his black boyfriend and shit?
Yeah, Neff going steady right now, bro.
He handing out friendship rings and shit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all keep fucking with Neff. He gonna get y'all ass.
He gonna fuck y'all up. Hey, yo, Parker gonna choke out King's Blood and post up at the Tokyo Game Show. Neff gonna fuck y'all up at Comic-Con, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all one time I was fucking with Neff one time and I started talking shit about Halo.
Yeah.
He punched me in my damn jaw. I ain't fucking with him ever since.
Hey, don't do that again.
Hey, yo, you know what? One day I ain't gonna lie. We need somebody got to help me because I got a bad memory. Never got a pretty good memory too, though. We got to sit down and go through some of these shows and the classic when Neff finally came out of the shadow. I'm sorry, this shell when him and Porter Rock. You know Porter Rock after being a bully.
Oh yeah.
Spitting all this facts and you got his number. Share my screen. Motherfucker Neff said, Luca Flame. Luca Fire. He hit motherfucking Porter Rock with that motherfucking down somehow you get. Next time I heard Porter Rock was overseas, somebody reporting live from Germany. That shit was wild, bro. That was a classic, yo.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Share my... Porter Rock always just screaming that shit. Share my screen. I ain't say no more. Hey, I never got quiet as hell, like Houdini. Like the great tiger from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I said, God damn.
In a hush for the rest of the show. I didn't know you were talking about that.
I said, damn, I know who's crazy when I do them shits. I get called up. I go wrong. I end the show. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night. I end the show in a heartbeat. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night. You know what I mean?
Hey, you gotta watch when they get quiet.
What's good, boys?
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
Sean? I didn't think Sean was gonna show up.
Yeah, Sean, what's up, bro?
Let's start some shit, Z. Let's start some shit.
So tell them about that sneak in the bush. Hey, yo, what's fucking right? I got my grandma. I'm telling you a true story before we get live, right? So I'm going to the doctor. Right when I was going to get my knee drained, right? Make a long story short, right? And I got my grandmother in the car. I had to take her to do some other shit. To put my grandmother extras out to put her minks.
You done muted his damn mic.
Mute my mic?
You went off the grid for some
okay. What about now? Am I good?
Yeah, you good.
Hey, good.
So anyway, I was going to the doctor to get my knee situated, drained, right? But make a long story short, right? And I had to take my grandmother because you don't know if you buy fur coats or anything, you got to put them in storage during the summertime. Long story, right? So I was taking her exotic ass. One day I'm gonna say my grandmother extra as hell, a straight character, bro, right? But I was taking her to put her minks or whatever furs in storage, right? But on the way, so I don't never when I do a show, I barely go back and listen to them again or a video. Like I don't do that, like right. That's why sometimes I forget. But you know, there was a clip. Somebody made a clip, and Sean, I don't know what's on Instagram. I was checking, but anyway, I had to come in through the Bluetooth in the car, right? It said ZZZ. Tell them about the snake in the bush. I said, man, who the fuck is that? Yo, that shit had me dying. Yo, the snake in the bush. Z. So what was your godfather? Your still like, yeah, I said, what the fuck? We fucking with Pastor Briggs.
This blasphemous stuff.
Yeah. Talking about the good Lord like that, the snake in the bush. I said, God damn, she called them all. My grandmother embraces all type of camel riders, donkey riders. My man Sean, shit, that the other. That shit had me dying though, yo. She shot my grandmother old school than a motherfucker, yo.
Hell yeah.
That shit.
Hey, bro, you talking about motherfucker setting her ways? She setting her ways for real. You can't tell her nothing.
She ain't see you eating them pages out of the Bible, bro. She ain't see that shit this shit.
I think I will be.
Hell no.
I will be rid out the will. And somebody showed me up there. That's why I told that shit out on Facebook because I got a lot of family members that follow me on Facebook. You know what I mean? And that's why I used to be, I used to be bugging the fuck out on Facebook. You know what I mean? Fucking with people, right? That's why I toned it down on my public page. I used to stay in Facebook jail. Man, motherfucker started telling me I'm a grown ass man. I'm 40 plus. I'm telling my grandmother. What you saying about? I didn't raise you up that way. I'm like, yo, god damn, grandma. Like Jesus Christ. But anyway, what you said as you guys come in. Hit the like button. We're gonna have an entertaining show today. I think when was the last time we got together?
It's been a minute, man.
I think was it Saturday?
Well, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, well, damn, it seems like a minute, but I was off.
Yo, we got people in the chat.
Or Friday. I think it was Friday, y'all's, and Saturday mine.
You said people in the chat. What, Sean?
Is Neff gay?
Oh man, whether listening to true definition of gay means happy. Yes. Is Neff happy? Yes, she's happy.
Z, you can answer that question. He's your son.
Yeah, I don't care. But whatever his sexual preference, Neff my motherfucking brother. I love him to death, man.
Just whatever he's doing it with pizza sauce.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Hey, all we know is he makes sausage pizza every night.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey yo, Neff will leave the show live in a minute. Beat his legs, right? Go make a pizza from scratch from hand. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Yeah. I said, you need to open your own Papa John's or something, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like this nigga made them should be looking for fish. He be posting shit on Twitter. Like, god damn, you made that shit from scratch. You know what I mean? Neff don't eat paws. He don't eat meat. You know, against his beliefs. But that's why you always eating pizza and shit, though. But no, but like I said, what time? It seems like there's always a lot going on. In the world. Who do you want to talk about? Want to talk about Trump first? The Xbox One X.
Hey, let's get that Trump shit out the way.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just get that shit out the way.
Okay. Well, of course, everybody knows by now. What has happened was over the weekend, right?
It was over.
It was over the weekend.
Over the weekend, true tragedy. With the first was in Texas. Like what's going on in Texas, right?
It was El Paso.
Yeah. One. Well, prior to that, it was one in with the Garlic Festival. Guys shot up the Garlic Festival.
Dayton, Ohio.
That was last weekend. That's
what I'm saying. That was the previous weekend. Now,
wait, hold on. What the hell was the Garlic Festival? What state was that in? Or
it was in Cali.
Who?
It was in California. It was like the small little town, and like the Garlic Festival was like their biggest thing. That's what gets all the income in there. And somebody, like some teenager, actually came and
lit the place up.
So was that before what happened in Texas?
Yeah. That was last week.
Before.
No, listen. Okay. All right. So that was last week, right? Last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy as hell. Like this is like so many of these are happening. And
Exactly.
and I was crazy. I wanted tomorrow's Wednesday. I was going to do an expand your mind. I'm going to go more into depth. And I can be a little bit more freely on that platform there, right? But it seemed like it's not to say it desensitizes you, but it seemed like there's so many every week. Now, was a reason given last week's at the Garlic Festival, whatever the hell the Garlic Festival was or is?
Not really, but you can rest assured. I think they took the guy into custody. Yeah, and that's something I really want to expand upon, but I won't on this podcast. Maybe it'll be.
I got some more. I got some insight on it.
We can expand on that tomorrow more on expanding on.
Yeah, because it's hard. You want to go into depth about it, but this probably not the right platform to do that. You know.
Okay. But okay, we say this in right. So that was like, well, how many people were injured or whatever the case may be? Or
I want to say there was like 8. There were like 8 people, 8 to 10 people.
Yeah, it was like 8 or 9. About 8 or 9.
Damn. Okay, that was last week. So this was in Texas, and a Joker walked into Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he had.
By the way, me and Trey in Texas. We live in Texas.
Okay.
Yes.
Like I said, you had a couple jump off in Texas, man. Texas is an open carry state.
Open carry state. That means you don't have to have a license or nothing to you can actually walk around with a gun on your hip.
No permit, no nothing.
No permit, no nothing. You can walk around with
anybody.
Anybody.
Anybody can get one.
College campuses. They're trying to get teachers to walk around and try to have. Yeah, they're trying to have.
So I can move to Texas and I can walk around with a pistol.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like our gun laws are not as strict.
Or a rifle.
Like up north, they have by far the strictest gun laws. Down in Texas, it's probably the most lenient.
I see.
Would you still need a license for that, though?
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You just walk on in and go get yourself a gun.
Yeah.
They don't.
By the way, we got open carry here, so you can. But brothers know better because of the way the laws is up here with the police, they can consider you a danger. Like the shootings that we had here, they can consider you a danger to society, and they can shoot you in your back up here. So there's open carry laws in a lot of states, but
Yeah, and now think of like you just said, Most. Just because it's open carry don't mean it's recommended for you to do that, especially if you're a black guy. Because we've had at a Walmart, a guy, a young guy went into Walmart. He was shopping. He picked up a BB gun. He was looking at the BB gun. Mm-hmm. Somebody called the police on him. The police came and shot him right on the spot inside of Walmart shopping for a BB gun. He's buying the BB gun at Walmart in the store where they sell it and got shot.
Oh yeah, that was a couple years of black guy.
Yeah.
The particulars on that. Okay. So, but like I said, as within the last 2 years. Now I don't maybe tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Like I said, I do my due diligence after this show. Because it's spurred. Not say spur of the moment, but actually I just wanted to tackle it because I knew the video game angle was coming. Hold on, I better see you guys in 1 minute. Hold on one second. I knew that the video game angle was coming. Blame.
It was going to be blame.
You know what I mean?
Look, they've been blaming video games about these shootings ever since Columbine happened.
Yeah, ever since Mortal Kombat came out, they've been trying to, ever since Mortal Kombat 1, they've been trying to play video games for kids' behaviors, adults' behavior, and everything.
I just want to say, when the hell did it become to the point where people say, "Oh, video games is causes"? What the fuck ever happened to Crazy? What the fuck ever happened to Crazy? Or maybe just the fact of the son bitch just didn't give a damn and he just wanted to go shoot some damn body.
No, y'all remember last year during the Madden tournament when last year when the guy shot? Yeah, last year the guy shot up. So that was that in itself was already a black eye on the gaming community. And so these politicians and everything else have been looking for a scapegoat to keep from blaming guns.
Well, you know why that they get a big those from the NRA. They get big donations.
They get the money.
And it is like I said. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially someone myself has been a victim from gun violence. Right? I'm on a as far as this time I don't hunt. I would never, you would never catch me out there. First thing, you ain't gonna catch my black ass in the woods. So I'm scared of Bigfoot and dogs, but that's another story for another day, right? But just the, how should I say? I know, Kratos, you into those pistols and stuff, so am myself.
Yeah. I'm a gun owner.
Yeah,
I got a license. I don't hunt, but I do go to the range and and I teach my kids about them, the safety and everything else.
I seen like I said, the video. I mean, your daughter. But here's the question right now. Now, that was the first thing, but you know, I'm gonna try to how you say be as non-biased as possible, right? Put my personal for what I feel about Trump and you know politics. You know, when you start talking about religion and politics, shit, you know,
Should go left. Should go left.
And people stop. So you know.
You know what I mean. And again, like I said, as you guys come in, I got over 180 people here, and I got like 30 likes. Hit the like button. We got a little fun here today, right? We're gonna have a open conversation right before we switch the topics, right? But anyway, listen.
Yeah.
Again, I remember when I forgot the first. It was another mass shooting, and he had them put together a bunch of, I think it was like Doom and a couple other video, Call of Duty, of course, and this montage saying that that it desensitizes people, kids, right? But we have these same, how should I say? We have these same video games all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Besides China is a little bit more different, but we have more mass shootings here in America, and they're actually up. And how you say what you put out in the world sometimes comes back, right? You know,
right.
And you know whether now you may agree with his politics or whatever the case may be, but when you say certain things, and I've noticed this too. I'm gonna give you a layer of my onion, right? And this to be clear, I remember when PewDiePie said got in trouble with saying something about the Jewish demographic people or something, and maybe we wouldn't know because like I said, I've never watched a PewDiePie video in my life. I'm just being honest, right? But everyone was talking about it, and of course he's the largest YouTuber. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. And I said maybe they're taking it, you know, a little how you say out of control, overboard, right? Yeah. But then he dropped the N-word right there. So this motherfucker really, you know, he might be
exactly. And it was lingering off his lips. The guy was like, "Don't say it," and he was like,
"Yeah," you know what I mean? So
he's like, "Oh, this nigger," and I'm just looking like, "Whoa, wait, whoa." I mean, the fact that he said it so freely, like he didn't have no hesitation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. So you know what I mean? So a lot of times people are desensitized because it doesn't affect them personally, right? But there were a lot of things, again, that this man has said publicly, you know, even with the Charleston thing, and that wasn't even a person of color that died. That was a white female. About there being, you talking about motherfuckers out there burning tiki torches and would not replace us and this, that, and the other. Like, shit, this is America. Now, I ain't never knew it would be cool to be a quote-unquote a Nazi. I'm saying Americans, we fought against the Nazis. But you know that's another story, another conversation. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But then to act again like they're shocked, or to the first thing we're going to blame Fortnite. I see them talking about Fortnite. They're literally talking about blaming Fortnite on Fox News. They were saying when kids play Fortnite for hours a day. Again, people play Fortnite all over the world, but only here. I'm not saying you don't have other things, tragedies that happen in other countries. All right. Shout out to my man Smoke Dog. My man Smoke Dog was out there working overtime about 3 o'clock in the morning on Twitter. I gotta get Smoke Dog on the channel, right? He said, "Man, he said, what is it? Had that been a transgender person or a Muslim? Even him saying that sounds crazy as hell to me, right? Because again, we're talking about someone's religious belief, which there are about millions of, believe it or not, white Muslims. Russia has a large Muslim community. You know what I mean? China has a large Muslims. The motherfuckers are not educated community. You know what I mean? And again, that has nothing to do with their race or the ethnic background. This is just their religion, their practice. But again, I say that to say this though, you know, because you can, like I said, you know, you don't have to be a certain race or creed or color to be a religion, right? So you said had that been, no one would be saying anything. But we noticed. I'm not saying you don't have. I'm not gonna lie, fuck that. When you had the Beltway sniper, the DC sniper, whatever, they should shock the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't gonna lie. They got that.
Because that's rare.
Yeah, that was
very rare, right?
Very rare, right? But again, check it out though, right? Yeah. So when you out there, how you say radicalizing, or how you say stoking the hate, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Like I said before in another video, like racial tensions right now in America is at an all-time high. We talking about 2019. The color of someone's skin, and you worry about someone else coming in and taking your job. Let's be clear, this right. And this is, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna shut the hell up, and we're gonna talk about some other topics, right? You know, I was my friend. I got a friend, literally. I've been calling this guy White Boy Thor forever. I met him, was probably my first friend I should have got his ass on the show on Xbox Live, right? Thor. My wife knows Thor. White boy Thor. That's what I call him, white boy Thor. The first person I became friends with on Xbox Live. And Xbox Live came out when 2002. Me and this guy's been friends more or less. Yeah. You know, some of you guys might hear him some joining chat. White boy Thor, right? Actually, I'm gonna inbox him a video. But anyway, he's a huge Trump supporter, right? Huge goddamn Trump supporter, right? And we done had some falling outs back and forth on Twitter and this, that, Twitter, I'm sorry, on Facebook. Love is love, like, you know what I mean? But even, like, he doesn't understand. We was going back and forth about, who's coming across the border and taking them out. I'm worried about them taking the jobs from my children. Like, bro, they're getting jobs that people are not really breaking their necks to get, brothers.
Thank you.
And again, they also add into the economy, but like last time I checked, we all in this motherfucker illegally. We talking about picking strawberries or their fucking, car washes. And I'm not trying to take a shot at them, but you see the type of jobs that they do. He act like, and like that's just called, like, it's not being realistic. Like, you know what I mean? You talking about taking your jobs from your kids. Like, you have a great paying job for the government. I'm quite sure you don't want your child or whatever picking. Not saying nothing's wrong with picking strawberries, but that's the type of jobs, or oranges, or they farmers, sharecroppers. That's hard, back-breaking work. You know what I mean? They want your job. But he doesn't, like I say, quote unquote, didn't understand it or don't understand it. I say, maybe because it doesn't affect him. You know what I mean? Like, he said there's no such thing as white privilege or how you say or those are just bad cases when unarmed people are gunned down. I said, you don't know what it is to be riding in black and riding, just don't be in a nice car and pulled over for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like, things like that you would. I'm not saying, again, choose my word. Like, things don't happen to people that know. Like, a lot of people, not just black people. A lot of races are shot unarmed by cops. I'm just gonna say that. You know what I mean? But but predominantly, you know what I mean? It's the people of color. You know what I mean? At the end of the goddamn day, shit just go left. Like, you got all these goddamn, like, look, Dylan Roof, right? What's the name? Dylan Roof? Walking to a church, shot nine
black folks.
Yeah, and the cops took him to buy a motherfucking cheeseburger at the Burger King after it happened.
Exactly.
Like
McDonald's. Like,
you understand what I'm saying? So, until it happens to you, I'm gonna say this is real talk. Last time I really seen this country coming together was 9/11. Ain't if it was black, white, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Because that affected everybody. And everybody was together, seen the street, you know what I mean? Because of quote unquote whether, we can talk about, that's another case from there, who did it, who orchestrated, with the buildings knocked down, did they fall down, whatever the case may be.
Was it blown?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, then everyone came together, and then it wasn't, white, like it was us, and, whatever the fuck the case may be. But it's like, it's crazy. You have to be, listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let you guys talk. To be, quote unquote, the leader of this country, I think your job is to unite, to not divide, you know what I mean, or whatever the fuck the case may be, you know what I mean? And I think he does a lot of that for his base, and he knows what he does. He plays it up and cool, you know what I mean? But, and I'm not, and like you said, well, you know what, I'm not even saying I'm the biggest Obama fan, because what did Obama, to me, in my opinion, he didn't make things better for us. I think more things happen for, the LBG community, because I ain't gonna lie, a shout out to them, but you will get more in trouble for messing with, that than you were calling me an N-word, or you understand what I'm saying? And listen, and to be fair, I don't know their struggle. I don't know what they may have went to, but I still look at them, either you're white, black, to me, your sexual orientation, and I don't think anybody should be discriminated against, whatever your sexual preference is. You know what I mean? But I don't care. You know what I mean? But again, everyone has their own, maybe they own what they may have went through earlier on, but it's very acceptable. Now you see it all on TV, this, that, and the other. I don't have an issue with it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain it, but not coming off like I'm Archie Bunker or something, but, or be naive to their situation.
Well, sometime, right? It's not. See, here's the thing about it, and this is the biggest problem I have. When we talk about hatred in racial relationships, we almost, as a black person, right, you almost have to be extra careful on how you put things out there, because you don't want to be misconstrued. But when other creeds go out and talk about this stuff freely, they don't have to do that. They don't have to have a filter. They don't have to think about how they're gonna, and that's the unfair part about it. How we carefully craft what we're trying to say And where others don't do that. They just say what's on the top, like Trump, right? He just says what at the top of his head, and he could care less who thinks what about it, and he don't care who he offends. And
fuck who that if it rabbits.
Yes, us as black people, right? We can't do that because we've been curated to worry about and care for what white people think about what we say. And so that's a big difference, and that's something that we'll talk about on the podcast tomorrow on Expand Your Mind. But you're right. As the leader of the free nation, leader of this country, you're supposed to go out and be a uniter. You're not supposed to stoke the fears, the worst into the worst out of everybody, and he has done that. That's his base. The worst fear, right? He thrives on the fear, and it's been successful for him so far. And I'm gonna just be honest. I think he's gonna get elected again because that fear and those deep, darkest secrets that we try to lie to ourselves about, thinking that the Ku Klux Klan has went away, that happened in the past, that's old. The Nazis, that's old, that's happened in the past. No, that's still prevalent today as it was back then.
Look. The whole political.
Pay the bill real quick. Ancaster.
Oh yeah, let me. Ancaster with the $10. Big ups to Ancaster. He said there are two things at play that don't want to label a white person a domestic terrorist, and the NRA are funding the politicians' pockets so they have a new narrative to take the blame. Here's the thing, man. If we're gonna be real, and again, I don't want to turn this into an Expand Your Mind podcast, but I'm gonna circle this back to gaming. The whole political system is set up to where people are supposed to be nativists and go back to their camps. The whole political system is set up to where they attract you over one issue. Oh, you may not be for abortion, or you may be for LGBTQ rights or whatever. And then they make you follow a whole litmus of other shit that is against your narratives or against your own benefits. You know what I'm saying? And people flock to these camps. So Trump is only a manifestation of hundreds of years of this whole facade of a political system. Yes. And what this political system does is they don't solve problems. They get money from lobbyists. They circle that money around and they keep us fighting against each other. And them attacking gaming is just the new age form of that. Everybody, look, since 1990, when like how Trey and J-Dub said, when people were like, oh, Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat is going to destroy gaming. Okay. We had gang violence big back then, but the violence between the youth has been on a steady decline, while games like this have been on a steady incline. So that whole fact that gaming is causing more violence is a farce. While gaming is increasing in popularity, violence is decreasing with the youth. It's just that these random shootings are happening. That's a whole different thing. But my biggest problem is that what the fuck does this got to do with gaming? Nothing. Yeah. And as long as we continue to go to our political flags and support these people that do not care about us, they're going to continue to do shit like this. Period.
This as a gamer, right?
Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button.
It's twofold.
Hold one thing. And listen, this is the free messaging app. You want to answer the question live on air? You like I said, it's free, and you're also helping supporting the show. This is the link right here.
Definitely. Now it's twofold because it comes into play with politics. But also as a gamer, right? I'm not saying that your gaming side has to speak louder than your regular political spectrum side. I'm not saying that, but when you go out to vote and when you go out to support these people, there's more than just one thing that you need to take into consideration. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily, you just can't say, okay, well, I'm against abortion, so I'm gonna vote for this candidate because that's all I care about. No, you have to worry about your financial aspect. How is this going to put more dollars in your pocket? How is this going to benefit you? With your jobs, how it is going to benefit you? And then gaming comes into that spectrum. Well, since we're all gamers here, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we have to factor that in too. And I'm not just going to pick on one subject, but I'm going to say, well, you know what? I enjoy gaming. If a motherfucker's trying to take my hobby and my stress reliever away from me, then I need to look and see about this politician.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They can bring back the Jim Crow laws. They can bring back that Jim Crow shit, but don't worry about my water fountain. Hey, bro, they can go back to segregated bathrooms and what's right. Don't fuck with video games, bro. I told you, gaming is a very selfish hobby. True fucking
them tariffs are about to go into effect, and they got us fighting in this mirage and this smoke screen about this and that, dividing us in this camp, and they're slowly pilfering us, taking all of our money. Look, man, don't fall for the okie doke. Pay attention to what's going on out here. These tariffs are about to hit us as far as gaming is concerned.
Let me pay the bill.
Think about this.
Hold on. Let me pay the bill. The Raven Flow. How do you drain the swamp when you're the swamp creator? Okay. I'm sorry. Get Kratos.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, think about it. If they stop gaming today, if they ban all gaming today, you think that's gonna stop some people from shooting up the place?
No,
exactly.
Hell no. We know it's not.
But this is what I don't like, right? And maybe us as the gaming community, whether you agree with this man politics or not, right? But and like I said, man, you know, man, my integrity is always in question. But now you fucking with gaming, right? Now I got to go out that motherfucker. I might vote this. You know what I mean? I got to check this. I know I'm a convicted felon. I ain't been convicted in a couple of years. I've been arrested, but I haven't had my last conviction. I think came in 2001, right? So I might be able to vote. Listen. Now you talking about fucking with gaming. Like I said, you can bring back some Jim Crow laws, segregated bathrooms. Believe my goddamn. I don't want no diabetic gaming. Like, I ain't with all that shit. Now you bugging the fuck. Like, I like what Sony said. This is a game for adults.
Hey, bro.
Made by adults. You know what I mean? If I gotta set my shit up to a New Zealand account to download this shit like I'm living in New Zealand. Like, no, I ain't with all that shit.
Go ahead. Quick, let me just say this real quick. And people going to say, MM2K, do you go twisting logic again? But think about it. This shit right here is falling right into Phil Spencer's hand. With all that diabetic gaming, him switching E3 because he wanted it to be more than headshots and kills, he gonna step out that motherfucker with his robe on and his turkey leg and say, "I told you so." Enjoy this diabetic gaming because that's what's gonna keep gaming intact. Come on, man.
Phil's predicted the future.
Listen,
exactly.
And listen, we already got, right. If you take the politician side out of it, we already got, a bunch of people trying to lobby and change gaming, right? You got the SJWs trying to, put their agenda on everything and spin it and make sure women everywhere. And I'm not against it. Make sure, transgender everywhere. Make sure all these other things are everywhere. So I guess, it really just depends on what position and what spectrum you're looking for, what's important to you. But we already got people playing tug of war with gaming instead of letting gaming just be what it is.
Gaming, man. This is fantasy, dog.
Leave it alone.
I shouldn't have to worry about, right, cigarettes in the gaming being the number one sole reason of why you're in.
Exactly.
Just make the fucking game.
Just make
people revive.
Let me say this. People are losing that. This is fantasy.
Let me say this. Let me say this. When Mortal Kombat came out, when the very first Mortal Kombat came out, that's when the ESRB came through there because them there was lobby saying, "Oh, they're tearing people's heads off and shit like that." Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was buying this type of game for my kid when he asked for it. Look, okay, fair enough. Back then they didn't have a rating system. Mm-hmm. You create the ESRB. Now you got everyone teen mature, adults only. Adults only is probably gone now. Now it's mature. Look, you got a rating system now. Yep. Now I'm gonna blame your parents and
facts
when it comes down to it.
They still buy
because now because like I said again, if I see one more damn 5, 6, 7, 8, 10-year-old but goddamn playing Call of Duty, I'm gonna blame your ass for buying that shit in the first damn place.
Listen, but Trey,
blaming it on the damn game.
Trey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was young playing fucking Call of Duty.
I was the same way.
I was young playing Medal of Honor. I was young playing Grand Theft Auto. We all were young playing San Andreas and all of that stuff.
But that didn't make me want to go shoot up a goddamn stone.
None of us went out there and committed any mass shootings.
Listen. This is my disclaimer. I ain't never played enough shot nobody, but they ain't got to do with no goddamn video games. Okay,
Z set the record straight.
I set the record straight. I ain't never saying enough shot a nigga.
Always in the question.
I ain't never saying enough shot a nigga. Nigga might step on my Jordans.
Exactly.
Rub me the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Z probably shot somebody due to other goddamn restrictions, but it wasn't no video games.
That's all I'm gonna say.
No game.
Yeah, but listen, think about it, right? America was bred on violence. It was created on violence. All of this stuff was there. It's in the DNA of this country. So trying to find video games as a scapegoat is dumb.
It's laughable. It's J-Dub.
Well, hold on, let me pay the bill. Shout out to Game O'Malley, my brother. He said in the UK, We get the same games, but zero mass shooting. Y'all motherfucker got pocket knives for that motherfucker.
They throwing acid over there. They throwing acid over there. You ain't got to worry about no gunshot.
In his defense, I'd rather fight a motherfucker with a knife than a motherfucker with an AK. Real talk.
Real talk.
We've never heard of a mass stabbing. We've heard of a mass shooting. Within 30 seconds, I can unload a couple of hundred rounds into a crowd.
But no, here's the thing. Like I do know this, right? And before we switch topics, I know that Obama did put some laws in place. Like if you had mental illnesses or whatever the case, you wasn't able to go into the store and buy whatever type of gun. I know Trump, since then, Trump has rolled that shit back.
Repealed. Yeah, he's repealed all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
including, right, not to cut you off, including Obamacare with all the healthcare benefits that helps the mentally, that helps people with mental issues and all kind of stuff. So
let me say this, right? You know what's crazy, right? At the end of the day, Cornelius King, what's up, man? It was my man Cornelius King. Shout out to my brother. He said it was a mass stabbing in the UK. Man, yeah, I'm not saying we're not being like it doesn't happen, but you got a better chance run away from than a knife.
Let me just jump into that, Z.
Okay. Yeah, Sean.
Well, let me ask you something. Yeah, like in the UK, guns are illegal.
Yes.
Straight up. This is why you don't hear gun mass shoot. Don't get me wrong. People who get shot, people get stabbed. There's ways of getting a gun. I can get a gun in 2 seconds. That's not a problem. But when guns like what J-Dub was saying in Texas, anybody can walk into a shop and get a gun. That's a joke. And this is why you get this type of gun masses shooting every week in schools, in shopping centers, and etc. So let me ask you something. Should guns be banned permanently in the US?
Okay. Wait. I'll speak to that. I'll speak to that because I live in Texas.
You a gun owner,
and I'm an avid gun owner. ZC in my collection. All right. So here's the thing, right? Should we ban all guns in the US? You know what? I would not mind that. But I'm going to tell you why it's impossible. It's because we have more guns than we have people here.
Yeah.
And so you would literally have to go into over, 350 million people homes and take, there's over 500 million guns.
Yeah.
How are you going to do the mass confiscation? Yeah. No. Here's the thing, right? Now, I have my gun license. I buy all my guns legally, even my suppressors, right? I have to get a tax stamp.
Like James Bond.
It takes me 6 to 7 months for them to go through my background and approve and go through the process and make sure that I can legally have one and they approve it. The ATF approve it. So I have to wait. I'm on this I'm always on this waiting list when I try to get one. And I don't mind that, right? Because I'm not in a rush to try to go and shoot up some people with a silencer. So I don't. It doesn't. It doesn't hurt me at all. So I bought a SBR. You guys probably seen it, the Chris Vector or whatever, the one that's on the Division. So I bought it, but it's a SBR. So I have to put in a tax stamp. I have to get my photo ID, fingerprints, all that stuff, background check. I have to wait for about 6 or 7 months for that to clear, and then they'll call me and say, okay, your tax stamp came in. You can come pick up your gun. So this is the process they have in place. Now these are for, again, any kind of gun, any kind of rifle that's shorter than 16 inches. But here's the thing. Most AR-15s, which is a M4 variant of an M16, which the military use, exact same thing. Right. As a gun person, a lot of people are going to say, but it's not the same. It's the same fucking thing. Don't lie to me, right? You can't bullshit the bullshitter. It's the same fucking gun. I can still take this gun, this civilian version of the M16. I can still put a 100-round drum in it, even though it's semi-automatic. That means it's not an automatic gun. I can fire bullets as quick as my finger can pull the trigger. Yeah, and I can do the same amount of damage as a soldier on the battlefield.
It's not. Here's the thing, right? It's hold on. It's scales and bones. So listen, bro. That was a good message you left there. But do me a favor, if we can share it on the big screen. This link right here, good brother. That message you just put, it's completely free. A lot of you guys got a lot of great comments in it. And again, you help supporting the show. You don't get no ads. A little ad is going to play during the show, but it'll come up on the screen because I can't see all this. You can click the link right there. You can see that. That was a good question that he had. Statement, something about some gangsters, but it didn't slip past me. But that's the link there. It'll come on there. But here's the thing, right? I will say this. I don't think banning the type of gun will make it, because if you want to get a gun, you're going to get a gun, and you're going to do some wild, you're going to do some wild shit. Whether, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, right? I think it's not even being practical. We say we need to ban whatever type of gun, because a gun is a gun. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it from brothers. The AK, the SK, you know what I mean? You get all types of shit. You know what I mean? But I think it's a bigger problem at hand. With how you say, maybe with humanity. If someone's rejected at the class prom, and your first comeback is I'm gonna hate all these bitches, I'm gonna go shoot up the prom. Like that's some other shit right there. And I don't know if you blame that on parenting or like, you know what I mean, or not getting your child, the right type of. But again, and even like you said something again about Obamacare, right? And it's sad, and I find it funny, at the end of the day, right? Me on my platform, I ain't nobody's racist. I always got to come out and say this, right? But you see me, black man, reddish hair and fro. My grandfather's white. For those who didn't know, yes. But again, with that being said, though, how should I say this? At a young age, I'm gonna tell the story again. I live where I'm from, Newark, New Jersey, 7-1 Projects. Everybody know around me is black. And now you can't tell me that there weren't more black people in the world than white people, because all I see is black people. Only my teachers were white, right? And then for those who know, I used to box, and with me boxing took me all around, literally all around the world, all around the country, with my little dog shit talent, right? And me going to states like Louisiana and certain parts of Mississippi, and I was always one at a very early age to peep game, right? And I'm from the projects, even though I was well off. My grandmother, was a school teacher and did other things, but it's neither here nor there, right? But to see people, I'm talking about white hair, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Where I'm from, I think you see somebody white, they rich. You're a white person, you thought that they're rich, right? To see them have left the motherfuckers in the problem, some motherfuckers living off the land, out there hunting skunks and squirrels and shit to eat for dinner, or not having my man Rob. Shout out to you, ain't gonna say your last name. He used to box with me. They ain't even have running water. They had an outhouse. I didn't know what the fuck an outhouse was, bro. Right? So this literally, you know what I mean? I was maybe 12 at the time, and you go to your regionals. That's everybody from your region. You go to the nationals. So I would see the same kids at the tournament, the top guys in the tournaments, and we became friends. So we visit the states, and seeing how they live, right? But make a long story short, I'm getting a little point. But I noticed then that it wasn't really a white or black thing. It was a rich or poor thing. And again, they trick us with the the racism on the surface. You know what I mean? Even with the Obamacare, it's not even called Obama. I keep saying it's not even called Obamacare, right? But they use that to rally up his race. So we don't need that as Obamacare. And these motherfuckers don't know they're on the Affordable Care Act. So again, they're voting and still we don't want Obamacare. You know what I mean? But they're voting
against their own
interest. Let me say this real quick to that.
And now they lost, like a lot of West Kentucky, West Virginia, a lot of those very rural states. How you say, quote unquote, voted against their own best interest.
Yeah, to their own best interest.
Because of their self-hate. You know what I mean? We don't want that Obamacare.
They got self-hate and their ass is uneducated. That's the problem too.
I mean?
Half some damn rural countries is uneducated as hell, and they don't know what the fuck they.
No, you know what? I'm not going. A lot of us in the metropolitan, we're just as big enough suckers. Look, I don't trust none of these politicians. I hate to turn this into expand your mind, but just to even broaden what Z was saying, you had Obama that wanted to pass Obamacare on the belief that what do you call
everybody should have healthcare. Everybody should have
healthcare.
In the wealthy country of the world, yes.
He had an opportunity to use something called reconciliation where the law just passed. If you morally believe that everybody should have something, then you're going to pass it and move on. The motherfucker don't do that because he said, I want Republican names on this bill too. What the fuck does that got to do with anything if you think morally everybody should have health care? Fast forward to now. Trump campaigns on Obamacare is the destruction of Earth. Obamacare is the destruction of the whole planet. The Republicans run the whole house. Guess why it's not repealed? Guess why Obamacare never became health care for all? Guess why Trump never did it? Lobbying money. Yeah. The Obamacare in a lot of instances are helping out these politicians, and they're only repealing back the pieces that really ain't making the money, like J-Dub alluded to. Yeah. Don't fall for these politicians. They all have an agenda.
Yeah. Hey, let me pay the bill. Let me pay the bill because I want to speak on it. Shout out to Top Dog 2K17. He said America doesn't care. They didn't do anything after the Sandy Hook incident. They never will. Listen, I agree.
And I agree.
Wait, let me speak on this one right quick, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's very important. I'm 38 years old. And I knew when Sandy Hook happened, when you had 4 and 5-year-old kids getting mowed down and slaughtered, I knew that if nothing changed with the laws and if America did not change within with 4 and 5-year-old babies, I knew there was nothing ever going to change that. And so fast forward, right? Yeah. For us to expect them to change something now, when they didn't do it when their own babies was getting slaughtered, we're talking about parents of some of these kids that died are still against doing anything with guns, whether it's passing laws to restrict them or longer wait time. You still have some motherfuckers that are so messed up in the head that they put guns before life because they feel that guns have more rights than human life.
Let me ask you a question then, right? We gotta be realistic here, right? Now, and I'm gonna be real, right? I'm gonna give you a layer of my own onion, and I'm gonna say a little without incriminating myself, right? When I was growing up, 13, I probably was about 14 years old. I got my hands on my first gun. I'm talking about like a 32. We just call them shit a Saturday night special, 100. You know what I mean?
38,
so, 38, 32s. I had a motherfucking 22 long, looked like the Joker gun, but the nozzle, but like a BB gun. But it was, it looked bigger than what it was, right? Bigger than guy with that, right? But so then a few years later, now we getting assault rifles. Like, how did that shit find its way to the streets? Like, you know what I mean? Like literally, I'm
gonna tell you what happens, Z. Okay, after war is over, right? The army has this surplus of weapons.
We gotta give it up somehow.
And think about it. You have this surplus of weapons, and just right now, like you have a lot of police departments. They have tanks. They have all of this military weaponry and all of this. Just all kind of stuff that you only see over in Afghanistan and over in Iraq and then on the battlefield. Well, now the police departments have this stuff. It's a surplus of this stuff because we're not at war right now. So they need to make money off of it. And so with all these movies and all these games and stuff, they need to capitalize on it. It's $1 billion industry.
Yep.
So then you got the NRA and stuff like that. So they advertise that. They make it cool to own a lot of these.
You know why they're picking on video games too? They're picking on video games because the NRA got more money, or whoever else got more money. I'm not just going to say NRA.
Well, they pay, and
they pay, and they go to the ESA. They go to the ESA and they say, "Look, now you got to pony up. Now the heat is on you, so you got to kick up some more." It's all a money game. Don't fall for these shenanigans.
It's all a money game.
Now let me tell you something about the NRA, right? Because I'm a former member of the NRA. I used to donate to the NRA because I did think that they cared about our rights. And I did think that they were.
I'm a black Republican.
You already know.
My bad, brother. My bad. What happened?
You already know. I already told you. I'm from Texas. I'm from the South. That's what we do. Hey, listen, brother. I love paying no taxes. Little to no taxes, my brother.
I love it too. Hey, I love it too. Don't get it mistaken. I love it too.
No, but let me tell you, right? And so because of what they did, such as a lot of them providing a lot of legal fees in case you get in trouble and stuff like that, it's a group that you can go and participate. But when I kind of grew up and I found out what these motherfuckers was really about, in that I was excluded in those benefits of what the NRA was supposed to be about, meaning as a black man, if I fucking get pulled over for a busted tail light and I get beat up, even though I have, and I may have a pistol in the car with me, which I'm illegal. Think about it. I'm in an open carry state, and plus I have my my gun license. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be double protected. But because the color of my skin, they don't give a fuck. Something can happen to me, and the NRA is not going to care.
Well, you see what happened to Castillo.
Philando Castillo. Look at him.
They were
in his state, right? He has a gun license, protected. Tells the officer, "Sir, I have a gun. I also have my license. I'm good." Still gets shot down in the car with his baby in the back seat and his wife on the side of him, and the NRA didn't say shit. Nothing. So fuck the NRA. They're not getting another dime of my money, and I think we already found out they're just a lobbyist group for a lot of these hate groups, the Russians and everybody else.
It's like this: if you ain't white, it ain't right. That's exactly what they damn terminology. If it ain't white, it ain't right. Damn it, Jay, you black.
Yeah. Now another thing, right? When you ask Z about should they get rid of guns, should they ban guns and just get rid of them completely? I'm a wolf. I'm not a sheep, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be around a bunch of other wolves without a gun. Mm-hmm. If every one of my neighbors in my neighborhood have a gun, now I live in a nice neighborhood, and you know I don't think anybody's going to do anything. You know, that's just what it is. But at the same time, I'm a wolf. I'm not a sheep. I refuse to not be protected. Now, again, I don't go out looking for.
There's motherfuckers out here preparing for war, Jay, and for us to not all of a sudden have access to guns at all.
And that's the biggest problem, most. Listen, most. That's the biggest problem, right? Is certain people.
Yes,
it's okay to have guns and walk around freely and open. But you can't have one on you, even if you got your license and you're in the car, because the situation going to go totally different.
Hey, my man said the link doesn't work if you're on your mobile. I'm sorry, I forgot. There's 2 links. Here's the link for the mobile one. If you want to send us a message, send it. Hold on.
You guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Stop being lazy.
So, Jay, what would you recommend? Like, should they put a license on it? Get a license? Put the gun prices higher?
Let me tell you what they should do, right? Okay, because there's nothing foolproof, right? We already got fucking 500,000 guns. It's just nothing you can do. This country's already fucked. But this is what you can do. You can, like I said, have a hold or have a wait. Like when I go and apply for my Title III or you know my silencer or suppressor, whatever you want to call it or whatever. You can't have that 6-month wait or a 3-month wait. Because I tell you what, most of these guys, right? They're mad, they're angry, they want to take it out on somebody.
Right.
But they can easily go to Walmart within 5 minutes from now and shoot up a place. But what happened if they changed the law where you had to wait at least a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever the wait is? That'll give you enough time to calm down.
Yeah.
That'll give you enough time to think about it. That'll give you enough time to not be reactionary about something.
Hold on, Mr. Do me a favor. First of all, when you guys looking at the chat, my man Vedra.
Let me read 209. He says, there is no problem with racism, video games, death, metal, rap music, or social status. Only government who don't take their responsibility to help people with mental issues, while weapon industry lobbying millions of dollars every year.
Well said.
Yeah, but also too, there's also there's still the ways you got gun shows. You have private sellers.
Yes, there's always loopholes.
There's a lot of
loopholes.
But this is what they don't want to do, though. This would fix everything, right? They could have a gun registry, and that's what people don't want, because people are fearful of the government. They're like, I don't want the government. I don't want the government knowing about my guns. Guess what? The government know about your guns, and I hate to say it, our little guns that we have can do nothing against the fucking government and the military. Yeah. So there's a lot of people out there that are really screwed up in their head. They think that they'll be able to, with their guns in their house, right? Think about it. We're the most unhealthy and unfit people in the world.
In the world.
Here in the U.S. Most of us fat, got diabetes, heart problems, everything else. We couldn't fucking take on the military, even if we wanted to. So let's stop it. If
they took the gloves off and said we're going to war against the public, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Hey,
listen, you cannot beat a government. People always use that excuse. If only the Jews had their guns and wouldn't have gave them up. Guess what? The same shit would have happened, because you still got the military. You got tanks. You got missiles. You got access to water. They can poison the water. They can do whatever.
But in a lot of these gun expos and parades where people get access to like mini tanks and stuff like that, they really think that they have an offset for what the military had. I'm gonna say this as someone that has worked with the government. I won't get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
Whatever somebody sells you as a public citizen, guarantee you that what they're giving the government on the opposite side is 50 times stronger. You are not fucking with them. The little piece shit that they give you is just for your little entertainment to keep you excited.
Exactly.
They are not. You are not getting anything that'll touch what the government has. Period.
There's too many people out there that have watched the movie Red Dawn. They think that a handful of people are going to be able to take on
Let me tell you something. They seen the Patrick Swayze version. They seen the current one. They have it in their head that they feel like them damn, as they call them, them old school cats call them damn rooskies, gonna bring their ass parachuting on down, and all hell's gonna break loose over here.
Listen,
I'm here to tell y'all. I'm here to let y'all know that is not how this shit goes.
Not happening.
Listen, I'm gonna give y'all a little tip out there, right? If you own guns and you think you're a badass with guns, just because you go to the gun range with your earmuffs on, that's suppressing the sound, and you laying on the ground all nice and neat, and you know your adrenaline's not pumping.
Yeah, she don't move like that.
I'm gonna tell you this: you got another thing coming. Take those muffs off, right? And then have somebody take a pit bull and sick on you and try to run with a gun and try to shoot and be accurate and do all that shit. You're gonna fuck around and get a heart attack. It's not gonna work, guys. It's not gonna work.
All right, hold on. Shout out to my man, my brother King. He said, Jay, they have some of those laws in his state. He lives in Maryland. My brother can only just King. You said the mobile links still ain't gonna work. I don't know what for you, good brother. Yeah. That's the link right there.
Hey, shout out to Jake Baum. He says something, right? Jake Baum 101. He says soldiers will have a hell of a problem having to fire on their own brothers, neighbors, etc. Hey, let me tell you this. Look at the history book. Look at the history books. Have soldiers ever had a problem shooting civilians?
Yeah.
You don't think they wouldn't shoot their own civilians? Look at the police departments and how they respond to Ferguson. How they come out there with tanks, with tear gas, and all kind of other stuff, shooting it on civilian population. You think they care? They don't care.
People out there would not give a damn because they look at it like this. They look at it like a few good men.
They are following orders. Their orders are to their commander in chief and to their direct commander.
They swear they practice an oath to that, and they put that a lot above everything.
Everything.
They go to risk their lives to separate themselves from their family on the inclination that they may not come back.
Exactly.
That's an emotional attachment that a lot of you can't even come to grips with to even think like that, man. No.
I'll tell you what the sad thing is before I go. It's with the guns out there, it's not gonna change, and that's the sad thing. It's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Sean. I'm going to tell you what it is, right? This happened back in the day, right? They had it in, I believe, Scotland, and then they had it in Australia. Okay. There were some mass shootings. It was only, I believe, one of them that happened, and after that one happened, they banned guns, and they never had a mass shooting ever again. It only took one mass shooting for the school. It only took one event to happen. We've had 3 fucking events within the last week. Yeah, let that sink in. And we're still sitting up here talking about, it's not the guns, it's mental health. It's this and that. Games. Well, if it's mental health, you motherfuckers just voted against the help that people could have got. You just voted against the Affordable Care Act. You just voted. You voted against.
Hold on, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what's the problem is here. Because let me tell you the reason why we can't goddamn even handle a gun ban down here in America. Because they'll just go right down to the Bill of Rights and look up the Second Amendment, and they'll be like, "No, you're trying to take away my right to bear arms," and all this hellfire and brimstone going on. So no, banning it ain't gonna work. If anything, I feel like this: you need to goddamn have background checks. Background checks and goddamn mental checks and a damn waiting list and a goddamn waiting list when it comes down to it.
Listen, man. I'm gonna say this before we talk. I think Jesus is needed. Jesus, come down here, straighten the shit out.
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna take to fix it, right? Responsibility. Yeah. Now, listen. Let me tell you. Right now, the police are protected. When it comes to, they're protected, so they can probably do whatever they want.
Accountability is what's
accountability.
Needed.
Let me tell you, right? So you got the NRA. They have no accountability for all of this stuff. You can't really sue them. You have all of these lobbying groups. You have all of these unions, police unions and stuff, that where when a police officer inadvertently shoots you for whatever for no reason at all, they're not held responsible or liable themselves, right? The public, right? The families get paid by the public, by your tax dollars and my tax dollars, not them. But I'll tell you what, if you change the laws and said, okay, Mr. Police Officer, if you fire your gun dumbly and you're found guilty of this, your ass gonna have to come out of your pocket. You going to prison. So guess what? You better take extra care before you pull that trigger. And then the same thing with the NRA. You out here taking money in lobbying for all these guns and stuff. When a mass shooting happened, that's your direct responsibility. All of these gun companies need to be sued and fucking bankrupt if that happens. Accountability, and even the politicians. If it happened, the politician voted for it, they're held liable personally. If that happens, all of this gun violence and shit will go away.
Young boy, Rip.
Take responsibility.
Yeah. Like I said, I think, but I want to think it's a little bigger than accountability. Responsibility and accountability. Stop playing the blame game. You know, like I think. I listen at like some less we switch topic. I think at the end of the day, like I said, you know, when you come to talking about religion and politics, it's a very, very how you say slippery slope, and people like really get offended. But as a gamer thing, regardless of who you may have voted for, and whatever your religious or your personal beliefs may be, gaming is not the issue here. Like you know what I mean? Because we have
never has been.
We have these same games. Don't get me wrong. You have some weird motherfuckers out there. You know what I mean? But that's like saying, you know, movies. Like, you know, I can watch, what they call Terminator. Somebody can go in and shoot 500 people in Terminator. That doesn't desensitize me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit. I've never watched a movie or played a game that made me want to go out there and, you know what I mean? It's not real. I don't get caught. You got some motherfuckers who might think it's real, but again, that's what we call a mental health issue. Like, this is not reality.
They get pumped up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Homie, play this bill right here, my brother Ancaster. So NRA are connected to these hate groups. These people aren't giving up their guns. The guns are for black and brown people. If something ever go wrong. And there is, like I said, a lot of fear mongering out there, if that's the word that you choose to use. You know what I mean? But shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I see a couple white dudes walking across the street with some skinnies. I'm across the street. My black, you know what I mean? I don't want no smoke. Like, you know what I mean? That shit might go both ways. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I don't want no goddamn something. I'm sure you got
right. He's busy with his tooth.
Already right now, I'm walking like a black cowboy with this raggedy ass leg. Like I be riding a donkey, got the paws all day, walking shaky as hell, man. But like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, gaming is not the issue at hand. I just, like I said, just want to talk about this a little bit today before we switch topics.
Is it possible? Let me ask Moss this. You were talking about a tariff after these recent events. Is there a really good chance the tariff will come on?
The who?
For console and gaming and all that bullshit.
Do you think what's a time to come on?
The tariff, like the taxes, they're putting the taxes up.
Do I think? Well, no. I mean, Trump announced that they're going to go in effect in September.
Yeah.
Has he confirmed that?
Yeah, he's confirmed. Yeah, they said that they're going to go through in September. I guess talks have broke down behind the scenes, and they're going to look to implement as of September 1st.
Tariffs.
Yeah, the tariffs.
Yeah. That's not only going to be physical. I mean, I guess they're going to raise the digital too, because like the box arts are, the coverings for video games are made in China. So
but see, here's the thing, and I had a discussion with people that said, "Oh, that's not going to affect me because I'm in this country." No. Whenever you get hit with heavy tariffs or heavy fines like that, companies try to minimize the impact so it doesn't just hit one swath of people too heavy. And the United States is the biggest gaming community out there. So they're going to spread this to everything. Software, digital, hardware, joysticks, thumb pads, everything is going to go up, period.
Yeah. To offset it. But
all because he wants everything to be done in-house. Let's face facts. In-house ain't always the best damn thing.
I mean, it would be dope to get some jobs back over here. It'd be better for our economy, but that never happened because you got unions, healthcare, like those. Like that's what he ran on. He was bring the jobs back. Like, why would I? I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine owns his own clothing company, right? Red Tag. Used to be called Omavi. He owns his own clothing line, and he has his clothes, made over there. In China, whatever the case may be, right? Actually, in China, not whatever. They're made in China because it's cheaper. You ain't got to worry about paying someone's, insurance, this, that, and the other. These companies are not bringing these jobs back here because, again, if you got to have, if you're an employee, someone working full time, they have what you call benefits and this, that, and the other. That's never going to happen again. Like they fucked that up a long time ago. You know what I mean? With that at the end of the day, and they fucked up our economy as far as that. You know what I mean? But how you say the rich stick together, and
rich get richer,
and
the poor get poorer.
There you go. Like I said, You know, what's they think? Because certain people control about 99% of the wealth in the world, some wild shit like that. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, moving right along, a few other topics I wanted to talk about today. That was a good conversation, man. You guys got to come through and expand your mind tomorrow. We're going to really dig into things. We're going to do expand your mind on Twitch.
Z,
yes.
I'll catch you later. Yeah, I got to go.
Okay, go look for that burning bush and that talking snake.
Yeah. Let me tell you about that devil in this.
All right, Sean.
Yeah.
Take care, my brothers.
Hey, Sean.
Today, Microsoft announced or unveiled their Gears of War Elite Collector's Edition console, right? Something I've been asking for a while before I wear the Collector's Edition console. Is this a little too late? Like, what's, like, you know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah, it's a little too late.
You know, but
Z, man, they're gonna wait till the generation over. They're already trying to sell you a Scarlet in mere months, and now they're gonna drop a theme console when people been begging for a theme console for the last 3 to 4 years. While it's a nice console,
it's nice.
It's
nice.
To tell you the truth, bro, it's kind of hard spending $500 on an X, right? I mean, this price should have been $399. Like, the X need to drop price big time.
What comes with it? I know you're gonna get Gears 5. The limited edition console, the controller, was it all the Gears games, 1 year Game Pass?
Yeah.
Wait. So you getting Gears 1 through 4,
1
plus 5. The Gears 5. Okay, so you getting 1 through 5, a controller, 1 year worth of Game Pass,
Xbox Live and all that stuff.
Xbox Live, all for what? $500?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. I think the controller. I mean, they're not only doing this.
I'm looking for the video. I mean, I'm looking for. Can you show me that? Somebody send me the link to that unboxing video. I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Yeah. They're not only doing this with the X, but they're doing this with the S too, as far as having bundles. I think it's good. It's good. Here's the positives. It's good to have a custom bundle. It's good to show that you're somewhat listening to your hardcore base that wants you to do the basic elementary things. That's a positive. You can't shit on them about that. Here are the negatives, though. To J-Dub's point, the Xbox One S is trash. Okay, the S is a trash system. There is really no point for anybody getting that system unless they're getting it under $200, right? So that S bundle is pointless. You want to sell people on the X. The X is the only product placement that's lucrative to gamers that you have right now. That has to come down to $400. I think that bundle should be $400. With that said, also to his point, it's kind of hard now. You got to keep this up. You can't just do something like this and then revert back to your sugar diabetes gaming, coffee shop gaming type of ways. You got, like, they were showing the unboxing of this thing, and I thought I was watching the unboxing.
Send me that link for me, please.
Yeah, I put it in the I put it in the DM. They showed an unboxing to that, and it looked like it was the unboxing to the. No, I didn't. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit. It looked like it was a goddamn unboxing to Minecraft. Like, if you're going to appeal, if you're going to do something for the hardcore, act like you're talking to the hardcore. Like the saying says, when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. Don't put this shit out here and then revert back to this sugar diabetes shit, man. Come on, Microsoft.
If they really wanted to charge me for $500 to buy this console, then you need to go ahead and give me that little pass that's supposed to go with it.
It is
not the game, not Game Pass. I'm talking about the pass for the game or something like that.
Here's the
DLC pass with it.
It comes
come with it.
Yeah,
one month. Yeah.
No, you get all the gears. You get Gears Ultimate, all the bells and whistles, all the DLC, all that. You get
but that stuff come on.
I mean, it probably be good for me.
But here's the biggest problem, though, guys. Next November, we will be buying a Xbox Scarlet or Xbox 2 or whatever. Right now, it's going to be that means two things. Right now, if the price of the Xbox One X is still $500, that means the Scarlet is going to be $600 at least.
What? I'm gonna say. Let me look on Amazon. Hold up. Let me take a look on Amazon. Hold up. Somebody, I hear something ringing in my ear. Look at the chat. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Shout out to Coopman30 with the $10. He said the console is amazing. He said the console is amazing.
Yes, it is.
I'm proud of the controller, but let Colt and Tim Dog tell it. Xbox is one of the generation. He said, thanks to this theme console, dudes just won't quit one theme console in 3 years.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, the last
stop that fear mongering, Cooper man. Stop fear mongering.
Hold on. Let me share my screen.
I sent you a link to the unboxing. I sent you a link to the unboxing. Z.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm on Amazon right now. Now the original X is $370. Got one for $377. $377, $371. You know what I mean?
Right.
From a little cheaper.
Those are the discontinued ones. Yeah.
Whatever. You can still buy them though, right? Yeah, 371. Okay.
377.
They got the Borderlands one. You can get one for like 370 or 380. Let me say this, right?
But Z, when you're looking at pricing, right? Don't look at Amazon. You got to look at what Microsoft is selling them.
Oh yeah, so I know. What they're asking price for. I do all my goddamn shopping and goddamn what do you call this shit in Amazon.
I'm just
want to
saying.
go by what's available to you.
No, I get it. We all know, right? You can get shit cheaper in other places. We know that. But this company itself is selling these consoles on their website and directly buying it from them. That's the price that it is legitimately. Now, of course, Amazon and Best Buy and stuff always run deals and stuff like that. But
you're right. Overall, this thing should be right $400 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, listen. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna give you my cleaning right now. Real nigga to a fuck nigga. Right? You know my technique is always a question, and I don't have much money. I'm gonna borrow from Peter to pay Paul and hope I can get this goddamn console with the 6. I'm gonna use Gears of War fan. Now I'm thinking maybe I can sell my regular X. I'll sign this motherfucker, send out a T-shirt for about $250, and I'll put that to offset the cost of the to offset the cost. This motherfucker only a year old though. You know, I'm not trying to get about $250 for it. Offset the cost of this, because I like Gears. You know, like I already had a Pro.
I got it set on pre-order, so
yeah. You know, like I like what you call it. You know, like I like what you call this shit. God of War. I wouldn't got the God of War goddamn theme goddamn console. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fan of that, and it would be something like you say, quote unquote, a collector's edition or item that I would put up on my wall unit or behind me in the background. I'm gonna start showing my background. I can take the green screen down. And, that I can put up back there. You know what I mean? So for me, outside of me being a Gears fan, cool. But to be fair, though, Microsoft ain't had no goddamn games to release no goddamn theme console with you. Now you think about it. Remember they could have get a Cuphead one. I mean, they one. I ain't gonna lie. The one they did for the one they did for that charity for that Cuphead joint, that yellow joint, that was nice.
It was.
And that Tomb Raider one.
But why didn't they release that out to the public though? Because they best selling.
Listen, they have great theme console. They only make 2 of them and give them away. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah. And then on top of that, they may have not first party games, but Sony had a lot of their second party games that they did consoles for. Yeah, and then Microsoft has had third party games. They had third party deals. Now, maybe not Fallout 76 because I get it. That's not everybody's cup of tea. But Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Division, y'all could have had like
5, they did that.
Yeah. Like, where was that shit at? They completely bungled that as far as this generation is concerned.
Shout out to Ruham with $20. He said, "What's good, Z in the panel? Great show."
My brother.
Okay, so let me tell y'all something. PlayStation, for one thing about it, I will give this to PlayStation. When a new goddamn game drop, whether it's first party or third party, you can always expect a damn console coming out at least maybe 2 months before the game officially drops. At least to build up hype for it. They did it with Spider-Man. They did it with Battlefront. They did it with Call of Duty when 3 came out. They did it with I don't think they did it with Battlefield, but they did it with Horizon Zero Dawn. Hell, they did it with Destiny, for Christ's sakes. All I'm saying is this: when you know a big IP is getting to drop, I would do everything in my power to bring everybody to my damn side of the goddamn space.
Here's the problem. Microsoft is looking at it as in, we don't want to sell consoles, so why should we do this? But they shouldn't look at it that way. You got to develop mind share. History has already shown us.
Thank you.
When Sony didn't have any fucking money, you know what I'm saying? Yep. They were coming out of the wazoo with different shit. They're going to hold just a little bit more to get that mind share back. Microsoft can chalk all that money that they may lose in some of these initiatives to say, oh, look, they dropped a $400 Gears X and it comes with all this shit to help gather mind share back, to help extend that olive branch. They're going to try to springboard into this 2 billion gamers from nowhere. They're going to fall flat on their face. This is a good step, but they got to do better and they got to try harder.
Hey man, hey no.
Hey,
ain't nothing you can damage control on here. You know what? Go ahead.
Bro, Phil knows what he's doing, bro. What? Phil got it. How many of y'all niggas got college degrees, huh? Phil got one. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look here, Kanye. We don't know about the college dropout album. Hey, at the end of the day, I may be poor, but I got my degrees. Okay? No. Phil don't know what the hell he goddamn doing. Phil ass is hurting right now. Phil just looking for a way out.
Nah, it looks like this is a good step, but it looks like shut up mechanisms. Like
it is a shut up mechanism. He's like, hey, I got y'all punk ass little costume. Now shut the fuck up and let me worry about the Scarlet for right now. Let me worry about xCloud.
You like that Gears trailer was a shut up mechanism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Phil is selling dreams to your kids, bro. Phil is putting the plan in place so Xbox 5 would be great.
Hey, you know what I mean? Look here. Let me tell y'all something. That place I just saw Z roll up that damn console, that damn thing on Amazon. The PlayStation 4 is $367 on Amazon, so they ain't the only damn thing going down. So I'm just letting y'all know this right now. Yeah. How many units y'all think that shit gonna sell? That Gears 5 bundle.
I don't know. It might do well, but
you got Gears. It has a community. It's gonna.
No. Here's the thing, though, right? Okay. Like, for example, I bought the Gears console for collectors, right? I'm going to take it and sit that shit in the closet, and it'll be a collector's item.
Not ever open it. Right. Never open it.
Yeah, I'm never going to open it, whatever. But $500 in mere months, right? This year is pretty much over. In mere months, they're going to be telling you, hey, spend another $500-$600. The Scarlet is going to be more than $500 because the X is still $500.
Yeah. Right. We got to sell that $500, bro, because it's got a hidden GPU in it, bro.
Hidden GPU.
It got extra.
You feeling that DX12 narrative?
We already uses the cloud to keep it cool at night.
We already fell for that okie doke in 2017 when Phil
was
like, get your X and then you can enjoy the best fidelity of games and first party means everything and then they release it with Super Lucky's Tale. We already fell for that okie doke.
I'm lucky out right now. That 2K20 bundle, that 2K20 Xbox One might sell out better than Gears. To be honest with you,
they need to realivaluate that price or try to inspire
when it comes with.
Hey, listen, even the most diehard Xbox guy, you probably go ask Tim Dog them. They'll probably tell you the fucking Xbox One X ain't worth $500. I mean, maybe
yes, it is,
it's
bro.
worth $400, but maybe not. It's not
Phil Spencer, if you listening, I got you, bro. The Xbox One X is definitely worth $500, bro. It's cool. It's got cloud cooling. It's got cloud cooling, a hidden second GPU, and it runs on DirectX 13. Just hasn't been announced.
Hey, somebody cut that motherfucker's brakes. Nah,
but hey, there's a position open now that crap left. Megatons.
Hey, we got no with the megatons in here.
Hold on, y'all.
Hey, just like we do post up, we're gonna beat them damn legs.
Hey, y'all, hold on. So No Russian just said, so if The Last of Us 2 has a custom console, then I expect y'all to have the same energy.
Oh, it shouldn't. Wait, hold on. Let me.
Only one buying it, J-Dub. J-Dub buy everything.
Hold on one second. Let me get El Matador. He said, I heard Phil is still unfollowing people on Twitter. I wouldn't know anything about that. I wouldn't give a fuck. Someone said, if I hope they do it. Listen, that's a fanfare service when they do those theme consoles for the as gamers. Real talk, and I'm not knocking anyone against doing it.
We've been asking for it. It's the fucking end of the generation, Z. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, everybody already left.
They had
everybody left already. Like,
look, it goes like this. If they remaster The Last of Us 2 on PS5, then expect the goddamn console.
Listen,
you know,
you
can't pull out the beer once people done left the party. Everybody walking out the door.
Yeah. But
You know
what we're saying, I'm sorry. Let me say one thing. For those and the guys in there that just think we're just hating on Phil, that may be new to this platform. Yes, we probably are. You know what I mean? But
you damn right.
But through the theatrics, it's something like I've been asking for. That's been successful for them last generation, like themed consoles. That's for the community, like fans, like you have, Gears fans. Like, look, again, I ain't got much money. Like I said, I'm gonna borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Try to get this bitch on the 6 and try to sell this motherfucker here for like $250. I like Gears of War, you know what I mean? But the last themed console that they did do was the Gears. The Gears 4 one, right? And the Gears 4 came out when?
Yeah.
In 2016 or
2015,
2016 or 2017, whatever the fuck it was, whatever. But before that was Forza 2 or Forza, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but they also had a bunch of third-party deals, like with The Witcher, The Division, like that screamed to do a theme console for The Division 2. You understand what I'm saying? And how you say, just been a day late, the dollar too short. And like I said, I don't know what the official pricing for the X still shouldn't be $500 goddamn dollars. Like there's no way in hell.
No.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
Well, I can explain the price, bro. See, what they selling you is the Scorpio edition because they had them sitting in the warehouse for so long.
Yeah.
If you scrape the paint off the Gears 5, you'll see the Project Scorpio.
Yeah.
So you saying they spray painted it? You say they spray painted it?
Yeah, but I'm so at the end of the day, it's like we've been asking for this for a while, and like how you say, we are getting a new console, and it is expensive, $500. But just overall, the pricing for this thing, I think there should be a price because they're not selling. Here's the thing with Sony, it is business. Sony really hasn't cut the price of the Pro, but the Pro is still selling. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're not how you say doing it in gangbusters, like, you know what I mean? So you should you should do a price cut. But maybe like maybe they can you never know what can happen. Video game things is funny. Like Nintendo came out that bitch and dropped the Wii U. Like that's totally been written from the history books. No one talks about the Wii U no more, man. They got the situation right with the Switch. And listen, I know I talk shit, and I know my integrity is always in question, right? And it depends on how the super chat runs. I'm a real niggas, a bunch of fuck niggas in chat. Y'all know what I'm about, right? I pray to God. And listen, I always tell my Sony brethren out there, right? Without voiding my quote unquote my pony contract, you should want Microsoft to go out that motherfucker and compete and deliver. We're gamers. Forget the platform. And I'm on my Nelson Mandela and shit, right? Forget your primary platform of choice, right? You can still want Sony sell, but a great game is a goddamn great game. And we don't want a cocky goddamn Sony or Sony just running away from, you know what I mean? That's not good for gaming. That's not going to, how you say, quote unquote, move the industry forward. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, with all jokes set aside, you can still prefer Sony over the Xbox, whatever the fuck the case may be. That's not even what I'm about. Yeah. I'm talking about just a great goddamn game. Listen, look, I don't give a fuck about Nintendo. You guys know I don't give a fuck about Nintendo. But it's dope. They make their little games. Baron come up here screaming, asshole chain, and you know what I mean? It drives competition. You know what I mean? They won a couple months NPD, whatever the fuck. It's good for gaming overall. It's growing. I want Microsoft to go back out there into competing. You know what I mean? I'm just not sure. But their messaging is still all over the goddamn place. Like
like I said again, Phil came out with that goddamn surrender speech when he said, in point blank, and I quote, "I don't really see Sony as competition, and I wish people would quit always talking about us competing with Sony. We don't want to compete with Sony. We want to compete with Sony. We want to have a friendship with Sony or some shit like that." The way I see it is like this: when you lose your sense of competition and you in the business line of work and you head into some shit and you just say, "Fuck it, I don't want to compete no more." Hey, you need to go ahead and get on out the damn door and let somebody else come up in there and try and compete or something, because this shit is ridiculous. You gonna wait? What's up?
Let me play these free bills real quick. Let me play these free bills real quick. Shout out to my man. And again, this insult was sent via the free messaging app. He said Robert McLeod said Microsoft can make 10 more consoles with 10 more gens, and still there were no reason whatsoever to buy an Xbox. Facts, LOL. Man, I hope not. That's not true, man. Yeah. But listen, man. At the end of the day, man, I am looking forward to Gears of War. I will be playing that shit, you know, getting my head knocking jokers' heads off, pause. But overall, like this, and I can listen. Stepping outside. Now listen, I know, like I said, I know my integrity is always in question, but I say, you know, I always be more consumer than a gamer, right? This is something I've been very honest with about. You know what I mean? I've been hopped off that hype train when them motherfuckers wanted me to chase a black pig. You got your other key? What was that? Okay, yeah, but they wanted me to chase a black pig. You know, somebody just put a clip up on Twitter, and you can say what time when you can say one to be honest and being honest. You know what I mean? And you know, but again, that's do you think they will change? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't think Microsoft, they want to be the biggest third-party publisher in the world in terms of gaming, and I don't think that's going to change. And even next generation, don't be surprised if they start to publish more and more games on rival quote-unquote platform or console, because that's where they see the most money at. You know what I mean? You know,
they're not going to change until there's a financial incentive, unless it's too late to quote unquote fearmonger them into changing. So when this shit drops and they do all this coffee shop gaming and they try to show you that gaming is more than headshots and kills, you can't buy this shit. That's why I've been telling people, let your services lapse. Fuck it. Let this new Windows gaming regime show you why they deserve your dollar. Don't just buy into hope. Xbox isn't fucking stocks and bonds. You buy into stocks and bonds for hope that it'll grow. You buy into a product or service because of what they're providing you now. So if they're not providing now, then fuck them. Don't buy their shit.
My man said, Z, just get Gears 5 on Steam, nigga. That's like two chicks with dicks. Like, you motherfucker. I ain't buying no motherfucking games on PC.
See, hey, that's another damn thing. Microsoft releasing all they shit on fucking PC.
I don't even give a fuck about that. I ain't gaming on PC. I'm a console dude. They can release that bitch on the calculator. Listen, I'm so far desensitized with that shit right there. And you know, for those of you that still don't believe me, I got a very, very goddamn capable PC. You know what I mean?
Very capable.
Yeah,
2080 Ti.
Yeah, was it 9900K? You know what I mean? And with
99K too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm a console dude. I'm always gonna play goddamn games on console. And for those that
got a whole $5,000 system right there.
I got that bitch for dirt cheap though. But for those that was watching the Gears tech test, like, you know, PC guys was getting booted. I'm like the simplicity of consoles. I know that saying plug and play, simplicity, actually is a PC thing. I mean, you know, like plug and play, but that's just me, man. You know what I mean? I ain't going with all that PC shit, man. I'm always going to game on console as long as I'm given the option to. Hold on, shout out to my man Lay Hova. Said Microsoft was pushing, oh my God, hold up. Hey, Lay Hova, shout out to you, but all due respect, you know I have no respect, right? Real nigga to a fuck nigga, right?
Oh, shit.
He said Microsoft was pushing gaming forward. You old farts take pride in being locked into one piece of hardware. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I should knock you smooth the fuck out. hey, Lay Hova, I want you to go lay your drunk ass down somewhere, right? I know you hung over.
How they push the gaming forward?
Hey, yo, he hung over from last New Year's, bro. You lay your drunk ass down somewhere. Pushing game. Too many times we locked to one piece of hardware. What are you talking about? They ain't got nothing to do with we talking about the great goddamn games. What the hardware got to do with?
Hey, no, it ain't even that. It ain't even that. I'm telling you, man, this is probably the best news Xbox have gotten since fucking 2013. They found that goddamn console and finally got announced. They ass on they fucking high horse. Like shit about came through again.
It ain't about being locked to one piece of hardware. Like I game on PC. I fuck with Z all the time for him not utilizing PC, but I understand where he's coming from, and this is why people that do want to game on pieces of hardware should care. If it's all about fidelity to you, and the console represents the best fidelity that you're going to get, you know what I'm saying, the best effort, and Microsoft is spreading itself, and most of its sales are coming from PC and tablets. What's a third-party developer's initiative to go all bells and whistles with the fidelity? We've seen it this generation with the Xbox One X with a lot of lazy development. The Xbox One X is the the Xbox family is the poor selling console. So you still got the PS4 Pro version looking pretty nifty, you know what I'm saying, against the X version.
Let me disrespect Lay Hova again. Hold up. Real nigga to a fuck nigga. All due respect, I have no respect. He said great time. He said great games take time, fuck niggas.
Oh, man.
They was making, wait, hold on. Stop, they started developing...
second party deals, don't.
Hey, yo, wait. They was developing Crackdown, but it wasn't 2015. And put that and listen, lay home, real nigga to a fuck nigga, right?
Baby, power the cloud.
Hey, listen, real nigga to a fuck nigga, right? But this one we got to get the biggest knife in the drawer. I know you got that motherfucking Xbox whitey tighty on right now with the Xbox goddamn headband on. But listen here, right? It took that's what I'm saying. When guys gotta be honest, right?
Like Cisco and shit.
Listen, I understand the damage control, but we gotta let that go. If we want things to be better, Layhover, we gonna start with you. One man at a time, right? I get you, man. Well, we gotta be honest because it took Insomniac 2.5 years or barely 3 to make Spider-Man. So you can't say that great games take time. You know what I mean? This Microsoft ain't, bro. Last time they had a goddamn. This is what you're saying. The last
great
time
games take time.
Yeah, the last time, real talk. When we got to be honest. Last time we had an announcement for a AAA goddamn when it was like I said, Quantum Break, and that was 2016. It's now going on 2020, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the fucking day, like we got to be honest, and to put that in retrospective, we can also be honest, like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2, Crackdown, and those ain't the goddamn man. They just stopped and refusing to make and fund goddamn AAA goddamn game. Now they just had a goddamn E3. They bought these companies. They announced they bought these goddamn companies last year. So you been telling me these companies weren't working on nothing? We can't get nothing. Like, you know what I mean? And you want to tell me you more excited for the shit you didn't show, but you decided to show a flight simulator, a PC exclusive, and a goddamn Bambi simulator? Go lay your retarded ass down somewhere. Listen, I thought we were good
like
friends.
What I said.
And let me say this. I thought we was good friends, and I'm even mad that I haven't talked to you. Take that tone with your retarded ass, but go lay your slow ass down somewhere, brother.
Hey, look here.
This is
attitude,
okay? Great time, great games take time. Fuck
that motherfucker.
Great games take time. He said, "Look here, his best example about to be Crackdown. That's what he about to use. He about to use Crackdown. See how long Crackdown took and Power the Cloud."
Yeah. The reply to him, right? If great games take time, you've waited all this time with no great game.
Yeah,
and
which is a great game.
In order to have some great games, you got to spend another $600 on a Scarlet, and then when you buy it, you're still gonna have to wait another 2 to 3 years to receive that greatness.
Hey, hold on. Let me pay these bills right quick. Hold on, my man, Dark Love Fuse. He said, "Hey, Z, that might be Cape. That might be Cape Maker slow ass." Hold on. Shout out to my man Coop, man. He said, "Colt is comparing Gears 5 console to the God of War console, but won't care Gears 5 to God of War Metacritic score when it comes out." Hey, listen, man. I real talk. Here's the thing, right? You and shout out to him. Like he does what he do. And I ain't not gonna nigga do on his channel, but we gotta be honest, right? And if you want things to be better, right? This is the same motherfucker. Somebody gonna have more hours in Crackdown than than God of War. Like you know what I mean? And listen, I know my trigger is always in Goddamn. I'm telling you, listen. I'm a true fuck nigga. A lot of my wife, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, a lot of my kids.
Boy, he
borrow money, don't pay it back.
Saint.
But listen, I put my flaws on Front Street, right? That's real talk. Nigga love me for my honesty, right? When I am being honest, right? When it comes, I ain't gonna sugarcoat when it comes to shit like that. But motherfuckers like that said, be wary of those comparing gifts, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like you know what's up with that, baby. Like, now listen, let my black ass go out there and say something like that. I guarantee they find me bent over in the alley some goddamn where. With all types of concussions.
Hat on your sleeve, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to J Dub's point, we're supposed to keep waiting, Jay, for the richest company in the fucking world to figure it out and know how to give us the games.
Exactly.
Sony selling their lampshades at the end of last generation. We didn't have to wait for them. But Microsoft,
we were selling our couch last generation. What you talk about?
Yeah, we have to wait for the richest company in the world. Figure that out, y'all. Ask your favorite YouTuber.
Hey, we had to put the mortgage
for the richest company in the world to figure it out.
We had to put up our damn mortgage last year, man. Last year we had to put up our motherfucking.
They were selling the hummus out the cafeteria. They had no money. Stop it.
We was fighting for our fucking life.
Yeah, exactly. I got a text on my phone talking about I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people say over.
Nobody.
I hog-tie her.
Boy, we was fighting out there, man. Shoot, yeah. I was scared for these jokers, man.
Hey,
Sony came through though.
Hey, yo. This motherfucker, he blocked me and unfollowed me. I ain't Layhover. You know what 246? He blocked me and unfollowed me. I apologize, Layhover. But you asked for that. You asked for that motherfucking.
You needed that ass woman.
You asked for that Hail Mary, bro.
Hey, yeah,
you can't just lay me there.
Listen, let you down, cut you the real nigga to a fuck nigga. It depends on what you leaving the super chat, right? I might side with you. But real talk, man. Lay over, pause. I don't even like that name, lay over, whatever, right?
Oh, come on, man. Yeah.
Like Hover, I'm calling you Hover, right? But we have to be honest. And listen, this is I like the Xbox, bro. I got friends there. I'm how you say investing into the ecosystem. But you know what I mean? You talking about you talking. This is not Microsoft's first time at the dance. This is their third generation. And if you don't understand this, before we move to the last talk about Gamescom, they did a better job with keeping how you say material or software on their original Xbox than they did this generation. Like you tell me there's not a problem, bro, you be bugging, bro. They did a better job with obtaining exclusive software and all that shit for the original Xbox. Their first time at the dance, than they did with the original Xbox One. Like we gotta stop making excuses for $1 trillion goddamn company, bro.
But let me tell you why they did so damn good on the first one. Because they had people who was enthusiastic about the damn console. I'm telling you, I still look at that damn E3 from when old boy who was still CEO, not Gates,
Bill Ballmer,
but when Ballmer had hair and shit, and you see just how sweaty and pumped up that son bitch was. Give me somebody who like Bill Ballmer, and I'll take him anytime. Anytime.
You know what's crazy? I said that before. I said I had more faith in them then. They was getting their teeth kicked out by Sony, and they was like, the original Xbox. Even though it outsold the GameCube, but it tapped at about 25 million, right? I think the GameCube did about 23, 24, but that's not what I'm saying. I had more faith in that product then because I felt their enthusiasm about that. You know what I mean? And then so when it became buying the 360, I was already there. I was Xbox Live. I felt the passion. Then they had goddamn games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I say it all the time.
You just nailed it, Z. You just nailed it. They had the passion. They cared last generation. They cared and they fought to be
that Xbox E3 was like a fucking party, man. I mean, I was pumped up for the console and I didn't even get it. That's the crazy part.
It's like how I always tell you, the console with the 60% failure rate did better than this one. Listen, at least with that motherfucker, especially the first half, when they had content there, you know what I mean? And exactly,
you just totally went away from that to do for whatever reason, to kill off the box and whatever the fuck they gonna do. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in things just happening by chance, because you have again Sony and Nintendo doing it the traditional way and selling more hardware and software than ever, and you out there talking about 2 billion gamers with some other shit, you know what I mean? But you ain't got the games to reach 20,000 gamers, you know what I mean? To attract, you know what I mean? At the end of the goddamn, you know what I mean? So
2,000,
you know what I mean? You talking about 2 billion, you ain't gonna reach 2,000. Besides my man Lay Hope, he gonna double down on this shit. He said, "Well, shit."
But he's so damn sure about that 2 billion. I mean, when he threw out that 2 billion, I was like, "Damn, dude."
Well, man, everybody's gonna buy. Here's the thing, right? Real talk, right? When it comes to business, I will give Microsoft that they're good at making a goddamn dollar. They make a lot of money off gaming with other things. They own a lot of things around gaming. This when I was in my real live Xbox shit, right? And I used to be out there motherfucking taking off his with the hockey stick, right? Yeah. They own so much stuff around gaming. You know what I mean? The program, I forgot the name at the time, that Sony and these guys use. It's like, say you got Microsoft Word. It's an actual app that they make the game in and program. Microsoft owns that. Like, they own so much shit around gaming. You know what I mean? The Rumble technology. It was a company named Immersion that patented and that's where the first fucking PlayStation controls in Rumble. PlayStation 3, they got sued, and Microsoft, what they did, they paid the $10 million, bought half the goddamn company. They might own all the goddamn company. There's so much they don't even talk about. You know what I mean? And they're good at making a dollar, right? But again, to say that there's no money or there wasn't no money or Terry might, like, that's the crazy.
Yeah, like
how do you stop? You have over $1 billion investment, right? You have another console that's coming out that you already paid for in when did the X come out? 2017, 2018, what the fuck the case may be, and you're just going to stop making software or investing into AAA software? Like what? Like, bro, that. It's the craziest shit to me, you know what I mean? At the end of the fucking day. But last but not least, last talk for the goddamn show. Sony hasn't been to Gamescom in a minute. Sony and Sega supposed to have some huge announcements.
Oh, Sega?
At Gamescom 2019. Now, Sony has taken off Gamescom for the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. They started doing the Paris Week show That was their thing. They were doing. And so they haven't been there. When is Gamescom? August what?
Gamescom.
Oh, is it this month? I thought it was October.
I thought it was next month. I thought
Gamescom is in August.
Oh
August.
shit! Okay.
Shut up! Let me play the Bills record. Shout out to my brother. Great show and combo. Big shout out to the panel. Shout out to my brother Canois King. Hey King too. I got you on the template, brother. I already got the address. I got the new shirt coming to you too, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Gamescom is August the 19th.
Okay, August 19th.
All right, cool.
And now, like I said, they haven't been there in about 3 years, or more or less. With show. Now, I don't think I have a presentation, but anyway, they say they're gonna have some. Let me go to the actual article here. Let me bring this up. New Death Stranding footage coming at Gamescom 2019. Kojima, they're gonna have a show. Kojima to appear. Also, we get some news from The Last of Us. So they like they're having a little showing or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They skipped E3.
So Sony's gonna be in there deep. 2K, Activision, Bandai Namco, Bungie, Capcom, EA, Epic, Google Stadia, Deep Silver, Private Division, Sega, Square Enix.
Y'all think this gonna be the announcement?
I don't know. If it's not here, they have to have a PSX event.
They gotta go with it, exactly. If they don't announce it here or PSX, then it has to be at E3 next year. They got to go to E3 next year. In my opinion, they got to go at least because Google Stadia is gonna be there next year.
I'm sorry. What happened? I heard something ringing in my ear. What happened? Hold on. I didn't. My looking sky, I heard something ring, but I was.
Let me see.
I was bringing the article up.
We got Cologne. Did we get?
I got King. Young boy.
Young boy. He said, "Az, you think console fire? Wait until you see the Battletoads theme console."
Hey, young boy, Grip, real nigga, fucking right.
Don't come in with your shit, Gip.
Hey, young boy, Grip, do me a favor, bro. I know I inboxed you.
Don't do this.
Hey, I got some to my hog tied her. I got a hog tie, people. I got a hog tie her. Hey, young boy, Grip, look, check your Twitter, bro. I sent you my cell, bro. Text me so I can lock you in my phone and shit, and make sure when I'm shipping your shirt out. Make sure, because some of your motherfuckers be sending me, I don't know if y'all motherfuckers be drunk, but give me the wrong address, wrong P.O. box number, so before I spend this $25 and shit, I done got burnt. Like, I like to call, listen, give me your right address as I'm faxing shit out, and I'm doing it Saturday, so text me, bro, your number, so I can lock you in. I already got Cornelius, got to send him a couple shirts already. I already got this shit locked in. But I'm sorry, but yeah, you said, wait, you see the Battletoads one. But yeah, they're going to be there. It's exciting. I'm sad to say, me being this is crazy, man. Me being the Xbox dude, hey, bro, I look at Microsoft shows now like the motherfucking the Nintendo Directs. Like, I am so disinterested, bro. Like, god damn, bro. Hey, yo, like, this is crazy. He said, look at Layhover. No wonder Dylan those guys surpassed you in subscribers. Your content sucks dick. All right, listen here, Layhover. You ain't gonna get so personal, right? But I'm just being honest, man. Loving niggas for honest. Like, for real, man. For being, like, it's bad. For me being the Xbox guy, though, and, you know, more or less, say like, what Dirty Ricky say, you're an Xbox guy? Because I was an Xbox guy. I was an Xbox guy. Like, bro, like, their shows and shit is just so fucking dog shit.
Hey, look at that Gears 5 unboxing. Just as I saw that and I was so excited for it, I looked at the unboxing of it, and I said, like, that shit looks, I said, what the fuck is this? Like, they can't put on a show to save their fucking life, bro. It's disgusting.
Look, they should have never had an unboxing to begin with. They should have just fucking showed the damn static photos and kept them fucking moving.
Well, unboxings are popular, so I get why they do it.
I understand unboxings are popular.
Right. That shit look horrible. That looks stupid, man.
Yo, they look like they got D batch of them. I'm gonna share the screen up there, unboxing that motherfucker.
Oh man, yeah.
Wait. D has an unboxing video.
That's how you got unboxing this motherfucker. Look like D batch. You know, D done cut his hair.
Like
hold up.
It's two Canadians, bro.
Yo, could you pay the bills for me right quick?
Oh yeah. Venture with the 109 sec said, great games take time and talent. Game devs will look on the games as broken until release 5-6 years of development. That's where quality control and the CEO who are there to compete becomes very handy. Exactly.
Yes.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
If anything, I'm more intrigued about see what Sega gonna announce. What are they talking about? A new Sonic game?
I do want to say this, guys. We can't.
New AAA joint.
We can't let Sony. We can't let Sony ride on it. Sony needs to be there, and they need to knock it out the box.
Yeah.
Not to beat Microsoft. The race is already over. But don't go by the lowest common denominator. You should still get fanfare for your fans. Just doing some trailers with my man from Death Stranding and the ladder, I don't think is good enough to do yourselves fan service.
Some more Last of Us shit.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Go,
like show some shit. Show some good shit.
If anything, I say tease the goddamn PS5. Just let them go ahead. The announcement gonna come at PSX or something.
They still selling PS4s by the boatload, man. You know
yeah, they still selling it, but damn,
they trying to beat that 150. They trying to get to 150 fast.
They try to beat PlayStation.
I think they gonna do it.
They want to have all their consoles up at the forefront. They want to have PS1 at third. Fucking they want to have goddamn PlayStation 4 first, and then PlayStation 2 second.
Mm-hmm. It comes with Gears.
It's what you feel is a better word.
It comes with Gears 1 through 5 and Gears Ultimate Edition, the one they released from the original. That's the controller right there. You're gonna pause it. Look kind of slick. I probably wouldn't even use the controller though. I would probably just put it up on the on my wall unit or something to keep, because I like Gears. I slept on that Gears Elite controller because they pissed me off. It was like, I wish I'd got that.
I wish I'd got that. That's some good shit, bro.
That
motherfucker
probably on eBay. They want like $5 for that motherfucker on eBay.
I'm gonna get the dang on 2 controller because it actually got a rechargeable pack. Finally, I don't know what the fuck it is about. I don't know what it is about y'all Xbox guys, because that's really what deters me the hell away from a damn Xbox console is the fact that I got to live off of AA. I don't have time for that type of shit.
You gotta do that. You can buy the little battery packs and shit like that. I hate the PlayStation controller got like 3 minutes of. Man.
Yeah, the PlayStation controller got 3 minutes light, but I can plug that bitch up and still play it though.
You could do the same with the Xbox.
Wait. Okay, look at the motherfucker right there. That motherfucker is like,
that's buying 2 separate things though.
No. Really, you don't know.
Hey, Trey said he got motherfucking champagne chasing beer money. Goddamn, Trey. Playing charge get like $10 or some shit, yo.
Playing charge get about $10 and shit.
Yeah,
something like that. $10. I ain't got time for that.
Hey, yo, you nitpicking now. Now you being messy.
I'm nitpicking. You damn right I'm nitpicking. But
that's $10 towards my salmon.
Hey, yo,
look, it's one of the things of it's hard to go to something like that. You know what I'm saying? When all your life you've been dealing with either wired or goddamn chargeable goddamn controllers. It's hard to get back into that type of life.
Get a console for you, but like I said, with the Elite Gears 2, with the Elite controller too, $200.
Right.
But $170. I guess I got that. I got a couple of Elites. But I like
that's actually a pretty good, decent deal compared to how all these other controllers.
I like the Elite controller. You know what I mean? And you will be able to take your peripherals with you to the Scarlet.
I don't know about y'all.
There you go.
But
I don't know about y'all.
Looks slick though. It got real cracks.
The console looks slick, but in comparison to the other Gears controllers, that shit look trash, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Which one?
You gotta match the other one. The other one was
you talking about
red. The other one was crimson. The other one was crimson red. Because the last Gears
that look like some Lego shit. I don't like.
Oh, you don't like the in the blue?
You don't like that white?
I don't like the etching on the controller. I like the console's dope. The console's dope. I'm talking about the controller. The controller look.
You talking about that white controller?
That like some Roblox, some GoBot
Legos and shit.
Yeah, man. Like a fucking controller, like a fucking GoBot, man.
Hey, I'll tell you this right now. I would be tripping if they would have bundled it up with like the Elite controller. I wouldn't mind it. I would have been happy to pay that $500.
Now that definitely would.
No, what they did when it came out, they had the X bundle.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Gears 4.
No. When the Xbox One X came out, they did have a bundle with the
okay.
I think it was $550 or $575 or something. They had it still. Hold on. Shout out to my pay the bill. El Matador said Ghost of Tsushima will be better than The Last of Us 2. Facts. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that either, man.
I don't. Here's the thing. Ghost of Tsushima.
Last of Us 2 is.
What'd you say?
Last of Us 2. That's like the most anticipated game of the year. Like everybody's waiting on that shit.
But here's the thing. Ghost of Tsushima does look amazing. I hope that bitch ain't hard. Like what's that got in Shadow Die twice or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I hope it ain't no super hard shit like that. No, that shit gonna piss me off. But it does look nice from what we've seen. You know what I mean? It's just great. But what do you think? Because again, they have been kind of tight-lipped about that game. Do you think, like I said, some of those games may be cross-generation games?
Yeah, I think what Sony did to make sure that they stepped fully on Microsoft's neck right after the release of the X is they threw everything against the fucking wall. They started showing shit for the PlayStation 6, man. And I think
we about to see what the fuck sticks with these people.
Ghost of Tsushima is probably 2021, maybe even 2020.
2021? You think? No, it's a 2020.
I don't think Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think it's 2020.
You said, my man said, how's the official Xbox YouTube channel? No, that's the Canada joint, bro. That ain't even on the official joint. That's the Canada joint.
Yeah, that's the Canada
That's what
joint.
D at. He had 7 hours ago. He only had 37,000 views. You had to go dump. I don't even think this video, they got this motherfucker unlisted. You got to go find that motherfucker. This on the Canada channel.
All I'm saying is when they announced that damn X and all of a sudden PlayStation came out there, they was like, we about to go ahead and do this. They came out with them damn video reels. Was like, hey, no, hey, look here. We need you to play both of these. They looking around like, wait, these ain't supposed to play them bitches. Hell, they fuck around. They show them damn teasers of fucking Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Everybody all sitting there forgetting about what the X looked like any fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
But let's face it, man. The trump card, right, for Sony, they have the bangers. They have those games that'll take any attention away from anything Microsoft could potentially offer. At this Gamescom, they're going to be showing Death Stranding. All eyes going to be on that, and most people are going to take their eyes off of Gears or anything.
But bro, where's the multiplayer, bro?
Oh my God! Will you get the fuck away from the multiplayer?
Dog?
Why does it matter?
I want to see what this predator is.
Why does it fucking matter? Why does the multiplayer matter? Yeah, that's what our third party
does. It matter because you're paying $60 a month for PlayStation Plus.
Hey Noah, where's the multiplayer in Crackdown?
Thank you.
Hey, it was a special anniversary.
No. Keep that same energy. Where's the multiplayer Crackdown?
Hey, Gears 5 that's where it's at. It's in Gears 5. That's where.
Okay.
Nice,
like I said again, that's why we got our third party. Okay, that's just how Sony roll.
So depending on third party is cool.
I mean, hey, it's worked for us so far. Shit.
Hey, 100.
I got a question though. Why pay for PlayStation Plus?
100 million people say that
because you need it to goddamn play online on the console any fucking way when it comes to third party.
No, here's the thing, right? With a lot of Xbox dudes, they harp on multiplayer. That's their only comeback. The best multiplayers are third party that sells better and way more on the PlayStation anyway. What's the last? No. Let me ask you this: what's the last good Microsoft produced multiplayer game? Tell me.
Gears 5.
Gears 5?
That's the best multi. Hold on. Out of the whole generation, that's the best
multiplayer game.
Gears 5.
Gears 5. When did Gears 4 come out? 2016, right?
Yeah.
There's more people playing Fortnite, PUBG, and the Division, and everybody else than Gears. So
it's gonna be the same thing when Call of Duty come out, bro.
Does multiplayer really even matter? Everybody's playing it on the PlayStation.
What's the single player for Gears of War 5 though? They've been still hiding that. What's going on?
Hiding.
They not hiding. You watch a good movie.
They hiding.
You know how like you don't want nobody to spoil a good movie.
No,
that's the Gears 5 campaign, bro.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie to
you. Somebody tell Post Up to get out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Post Up Supreme. So you got me. I'm here. I'm filling in, bro.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. This motherfucker here slick as geese shit, though. I want this console. I might, bro. Something ain't getting paid in August, man. I want this goddamn box.
Hey, look here, man. My car note about to go ahead and be a little overdue.
I want this motherfucker.
Be a little overdue.
Listen, I'm gonna be selling my motherfucking Xbox One X Scorpio Edition brand new controller. With a
you gonna sell the Scorpio, bro?
Yeah, I got this to go. I want this shit. I'm gonna be selling that bitch for $250.
For that GoBot controller, fuck no.
No, for this shit right here, I like this console, bro. I like this shit, man.
Hey, look here, man. I already looked on Amazon. Okay, it's already on. You hear me? It's already on the pre-order list. Look, I don't have an X, so
Oh yeah, that's good. That's gonna come on.
damn good.
You get a Xbox
This is
Live,
right up
Game
my alley.
Pass. Yes,
I got 5. They gave me 5 gear games to work with, so that's gonna keep me busy. Plus, I got my Xbox Live already bundled in that bitch, and I got me some Game Pass.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, you said 5 gears game, right?
1 through 5.
No, 1 through 5. 5.
No, but okay. Do we really get credit for shit that you've already played in previous
He
generations?
never play them.
I never played them. I never had an Xbox.
Oh shit!
So I don't hear nobody brag about Last of Us Remastered.
Oh shit!
There's only been one. There's only been one. The Last of Us game. There's only been one Last of Us game.
Give it to him.
You've had
came out the game with
There's
that.
only been one The Last of Us game. So what are you talking about? It's not like they crank.
Ruda, what's up, baby?
Every year.
Do you know how many times people have played games?
Yeah, Alex 250, baby.